Valmir was raised in a Christian home, and even though he got baptized as a teenager, he wasn't committed to the Lord. In 2005, he got into serious depression.
I was sad. I was thinking about life. And that sadness took control of me. I had pills for everything. But these pills didn't change my life
He
at
got
all.
involved with some wrong people, right?
He started getting involved with people who dealt drugs. He'd run from one place to the other.
I was using drugs, crack, everything, you know. I'd find a way to use it.
And from then on, he was involved with this world of drugs and so on. And we were very worried, right?
And drugs, they bring another kind of depression. If I already had depression, I now had something worse. Because with drugs and with crack, I started having panic syndrome. I wasn't myself. I was scared of everything.
Several evenings, I had to look for him, and I'd come back home crying because he was in that situation.
I was living a very disturbed life, right? Prostitution, I tried everything, right?
Things were very bad. We faced many trials during that time, right?
My family began to notice I was out of control.
He went to the hospital at least 3 times.
I'd leave the hospital, come home, but I was still addicted. It was getting worse and worse, to the bottom of the pit. I thought my life was over. It was all destroyed.
We were all praying, right? We prayed that God would deliver him from this life.
Until the Lord heard us, you know? He heard our prayers.
In 2014, while Valmir was using drugs at a friend's house, something happened.
We were all there and the TV was on. Soon the faith show started, but we were all entertained with drugs and no one cared what was on TV. But when I looked at the TV, it showed Dr. Soares preaching. I was very curious and I started watching. As I did that, I heard him preaching on Psalm 31, and when I heard that word, it stopped everything. I said, my God. I stopped and it was as if something fell off my eyes. I started seeing those people, not as my friends anymore. From that moment on, I wanted to leave. I said, I'm leaving, I've got stuff to do. I made something up and I left. Soon I started studying the Word. I locked myself in my room and started watching the faith show.
He'd watch it all the time. Some evenings he cried a lot in his room. Thanks to God, he had an encounter with the Lord.
He started changing and we felt very happy, right? Because of that change.
A month later, I started looking for a church.
It was a great joy to me. I was very glad, and I encouraged him to start going to church, right? And that was it. Jesus was removing him from that life.
When I came to this church, they received me very well, and the Word started opening my eyes.
After he really started coming to church, he quit everything. And thanks to God, today he is a new man.
All my depression fell to the ground. I started working, and sometime later, I started praying to God for a family.
I met Valmir in 2016. We got married in 2018, a civil marriage and also before the Lord.
Now I live in my own house with my family.
What I usually say is pray, because God is listening. He honors our prayers when we ask him with faith, when we trust in him. He is able to change everything.
I'm very thankful to God for everything He's done in my life. I praise Him every day.